If you were following the news today, you probably saw headlines claiming Israel just assassinated the Prime Minister of Yemen.
The barbarism of the criminal state of Israel seems to have no end. They just assassinated the Prime Minister of Yemen. Like, what the
Sounds shocking, right? Cenk Uygur cried out, "Israel just murdered the Prime Minister of Yemen and their entire cabinet." Then, Mehdi Hassan piled on, "Israel apparently can wipe out entire governments of Middle Eastern countries." There's just one little teensy-weensy problem here. Israel's strike didn't hit Yemen's recognized government. It hit the Houthi regime, specifically their Prime Minister Ahmed al-Rahawi and several of his ministers. The Houthis are an Iran-backed Shia Islamist militant organization that rose out of a rebellion in northern Yemen in the mid-90s to take power. Since 2014, they've controlled the capital city, Sana'a, and large swaths of the western and northern portion of the country, which includes the majority of the population. However, the international community considers the Houthi seizure of power in Yemen to be an illegal act. The Presidential Leadership Council, whose leader Rashad al-Alimi is alive and well, is the internationally recognized government of Yemen. The Houthis, on the other hand, are considered a Shmerarist group by various countries, including the United States. And regardless of that distinction, the fact is they have been launching missiles and drones at Israel and commercial ships in the Red Sea in solidarity with the Palestinians since the start of the war in Gaza. And by the way, the US and the United Kingdom also launched attacks against the Houthis earlier this year in response to the Houthi attacks against those international shipping lanes. Thus, Israel did not randomly pick off a foreign government here. This was a strategic military strike targeted at a group involved in hostile acts against Israel, which likely makes Israel's action legal. Look, there's only two ways to explain the tweets I mentioned at the top of this video. Either Mehdi and Cenk are entirely ignorant of the geopolitical situation in the Middle East, despite sounding off as if they're experts on the subject, or they willingly recognize the Houthis, who employ child soldiers, as the legitimate government of Yemen and are upset that Israel eliminated their leadership. I really hope they're just ignorant.